Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, April the 30th, the final day of April. Tomorrow is May already.
I
Doesn't
know,
quite
isn't
seem
that
right.
crazy?
A lot of stuff going on today, though. National Adopt a Sheltered Pet Day.
Okay.
National Bubble Tea Day, National Bugs Bunny Day, National Honesty Day, which really should be every day, National Oatmeal Cookie Day, National Preparathon Day, National Raisins Day, National Sarcosis Day. I'm not sure what that is. National Military Brats Day. So if you were, a child of a military person and you got to move around a lot, today's your day. National Hairstylist Appreciation Day. Don't we all appreciate our hairstylists?
Yes.
National Arbor Day and National Hairball Awareness Day today. A lot of stuff going on there.
There is a lot of stuff going on.
And I've got a guest joining me. I have a gentleman by the name of Beau Wise, and he's the author of a new book called The Threewisemen, and it's about some of his relatives that served in the military. I'm excited to chat with him about this book coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. New study claims working from home makes you more productive. I don't know if I agree with that.
I think that depends.
Sometimes, honestly, it's pretty handy working from home.
The only thing is, it's hard to separate the whole work
Oh,
from home.
See, and that's the thing, because there are some people who work from home, then there's others who actually live at work. That's kind of more like what it feels like. Do you work random hours? A new study finds that inconsistent shifts can be harmful to your health. Researchers from Waterloo University say inconsistent shift work is linked to a number of adverse health outcomes, can even increase susceptibility to various infections. So they're saying if you can get your schedule all in line and not work late some days and early other days, it's actually better for your health. So be careful out there. I've got a link to both of these studies in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A man who drove a car into a retention pond is now facing charges. Officers responded to a criminal mischief call. Investigators say Justin Lorison went to a home asking the woman who lives there for help after he was kicked out by his grandmother. The woman tried to offer the 29-year-old $100 to stay at a nearby hotel. That's pretty nice.
That is nice.
But he refused twice, saying, "I don't play. I will light your blank house on fire."
What?
Yeah. Records show the woman went back inside and looked out the window to see if he had left. Then she said she watched him back his gold Cadillac into her car, shoving it about a foot, then drove off. Police spoke with the victim. While they were patrolling the area, they ended up finding him, and then he sped off. And witnesses said the car lost control and went into the retention pond. He smelled of alcohol and failed a sobriety test.
Well, there you go.
Faces charges of hit and run, driving under the influence, and reckless driving. What a nice lady. Here, I'll just give you some money. Stay at the hotel.
Right.
And instead, he smashed into her car and said he was going to burn down her house. What the what? That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Nomadland filmmaker Chloe Zhao has become the first Asian woman to win the Best Director at the Oscars. This happened this last weekend. And then she won a second Oscar last weekend as well as one of the producers when the film took Best Picture. So that's pretty cool. A Texas woman was recently charged with a felony for not returning a VHS tape to an Oklahoma video store decades ago.
Are you kidding? A felony?
Yeah. So let me explain. I got a second story on this. An Oklahoma woman has been charged with a felony. It's called felony embezzlement.
What?
For failing to return a VHS copy
There's
of Sabrina.
got to be more to it than that.
Well, listen here. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She rented it in 1999. Then moved from Oklahoma to Texas. Completely forgot about this. But then she got pulled over. She tried to change her license. That's when she found out she was a wanted criminal. And because she had just evaded it, it's escalated to a big deal. So hopefully common sense will take over. It's a
Holy
VHS
cow.
tape. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but it's kind of funny.
That's insane.
It is indeed. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day. It comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. AAA is reporting that gas prices went up another 4 cents last week, bringing the national average to $2.90. Americans were paying $2.03 exactly 1 year ago for a gallon. So from $2.90, it was at $2.03. Border Patrol officers have seized more than $4 million in meth that was hidden in pickles. Yeah, they thought they could get past the sniff test by putting them in jars of pickles. Didn't work. They still got caught. A new proposal in Florida would allow students to record their college professors' lectures in order to use the information as evidence of political bias. So it's not legal right now to record a lecture?
I don't know why it wouldn't be legal.
I thought that's what the little record people would take notes that way. Is that not the way that works?
I thought you could.
I don't know. Apparently not. I didn't realize that was illegal, but apparently...
Which state?
Florida. So,
okay, well, it's probably just illegal
Maybe
there.
it's a state. Okay, that could be just a state thing.
Maybe it's a state-by-state thing.
A caught-on-video brawl erupted in a Miami International Airport over airline seats as two separate groups were filmed punching and kicking each other at the American Airlines terminal. So,
okay,
a lot going on right there. We have not flown with American Airlines since 2017.
We have not,
when
and
they
I
left
never
us,
will again.
They left early and left us. And
yeah,
Heidi,
they did.
There was one time their fare was cheaper, and Heidi was like, "Nope, I will pay twice as much."
I would
to fly
happily
elsewhere."
pay twice as much.
So I can imagine why people would get in a brawl at their terminal.
Yeah.
if somebody, I'm just saying, maybe they left them there. A South Florida, nothing personal there, American Airlines. I just,
it's personal.
Yeah, I figured it would. A South Florida couple was caught trying to have a wedding in the backyard of a stranger's mansion without permission. I just love that. I think, who would do that? We were having a wedding. Where are we doing this again? Right over here.
It's pretty gutsy.
Right over here. Wait, who lives here? I don't know. Hurry up and say I do, quick.
But it's a nice house.
It's a bad plan. That is today's Scoop of the Day, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with Beau Wise. He is the co-author of a new book. It's called The Three Wise Men. First of all, let's just say hello to Beau. How you doing, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you for your service to our country. And let's talk a little bit about the book, and let's talk about the background of this book, because this is quite the story and an amazing story.
Thank you. It's called Three Wise Men. I wrote it with co-author Tom Soleil, author of 8 Seconds of Courage and Brothers Forever. And a story of my family involvement in the war on terror, Iraq and Afghanistan. I myself am not an Iraq veteran. My oldest brother, Jeremy, was a Navy SEAL eventually left the SEAL teams in August of '09 and was picked up pretty swiftly by the Central Intelligence Agency and was working in Fob Chapman Coast Province, Afghanistan, and unfortunately was killed by a suicide bomber on December 30th, 2009. My brother Ben was a Green Beret. He was the first to enlist in early 2000, so he was in before 9/11 and then afterwards re-enlisted and went to a Special Forces selection, and he was unfortunately shot in a firefight in Balk Province, Afghanistan, January 9th, and succumbed to his wounds January 15th, 2012. So I wrote it as a tribute to them and their legacy and everything that they did and their collective deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan, just those two alone, 4 apiece, and I just did a couple of deployments to Afghanistan. So we touched briefly on that in the book, but the book is primarily about Jeremy and Ben and their life of service that they gave to our great nation.
Now, there are several people who have compared this story to they call it like almost like a real-life Saving Private Ryan, and there's some similarities, but there are also some distinct differences as well, aren't there?
There are, and one in particular, we do have a sister, and she's just a century. She did not serve or put on a uniform, but she's a patriot. And the second is this isn't a draft war. We all enlisted very enthusiastically, and we wanted to be where we were, and all of us re-enlisted multiple times. So it's a tribute not just to Jeremy and Ben, but to those this being a completely a volunteer war, everyone that raised their right hand and took the oath and said, I want to go and defend our great nation. So for them, for Gold Star families, and for everybody, overseas, and also for those coming home. So it's hopefully we did a good job honoring all those in this process.
And the book is just coming out right now. It's called Three Wise Men. Again, our guest that we're visiting right now is Beau Wise. He's one of the co-authors. And I love that name, Three Wise Men. But it says a Navy SEAL, a Green Beret, and how their Marine brother became a war's sole survivor. And this book right now is getting a lot of praise in its early days here. That's got to feel really good.
It does. And it's been overwhelming, the support that we've had from, just to get the book off the ground, from Green Berets and Navy SEALs, and then the support after the fact, or when we were approaching the publication date from various different generals, diplomats, Secretary Panetta, Governor Beebe of Arkansas, and Governor Huckabee of Arkansas. It's really been humbling.
So now the co-author, Tom Saleo, how did the two of you know each other, and how did that partnership come together?
About 2.5 years ago, he approached me about the idea of doing a memoir that honored Jeremy and Ben, and he said, is there anything that you want to talk about? And I had started journaling years earlier just as kind of a therapy for me. I found it was a lot easier, me personally, to put ink to paper than it is to just speak most times, particularly about the really heavy stuff. And so I gave him a few journal entries that make up less than 1% of the book, but it gave us an idea as far as he kind of could tell what was in my head, and I wanted to focus on Jeremy's and Ben's efforts, and most particularly their last moments. Everything they did was an effort to preserve life. So when we, synced up, when he called me and then flew out to Oklahoma City, everything just seemed to mesh perfectly. And we had the same vision, the same plan, and it didn't take long. And he said, all right, just think about it, pray about it. And then after a while, I called him and said, you know what, let's do it. Let's get this going. And it's been pedal to the metal ever since. We've, no regrets, and we left it all on the field.
Well, thank you so much for sharing the story, and I'm so sorry for you and your family for the loss of your brothers, but thank you for sharing the story so other folks know who they are and know what they gave.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
The book is out right now. Our guest today has been Beau Wise, and the book is called Three Wise Men, and it's available now. I'm going to throw a link to it in the show notes to make it really easy to find. You'll find that link at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
You already know this, but Pringles are not potato chips. The next time you see a can of Pringles, take a close look. You will never see the word chip anywhere on the packaging because they are not made of thinly sliced potatoes like a chip is. Instead, they're potato flakes pressed into the signature parabolic shape. That's what makes them less greasy. But when other potato manufacturers complained, the FDA ruled Pringles could not be marketed as chips. So now they are settled on potato crisps.
And they're better than chips.
Well, I don't know if they're better. They're good.
I
like
think
them.
they're better than
I like
chips.
them all. They're all so darn good. But that is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Spain. Police in Madrid have arrested a Spanish man who's, oh, this is yucky. He's accused of killing his mother and feeding her to his dog.
What?
He's accused of that. It doesn't necessarily mean that he did that, but that's what he's accused of, and I'm assuming they have some reason for accusing him. But what the what? Is that just the most bizarre thing ever?
Huh.
Yeah, it's not cool. Hey, don't do that. That's not cool.
She must have been mean.
I don't know. Even if she was, you don't do that. You just don't.
I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm just saying she had to have been.
No, I don't know what. It just sounds like he's mean, but it's a bad deal. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Alleged Uber monster Arna Kamina has pled not guilty to all charges, despite previously admitting to poor conduct and meaningless topless in a meandering topless video on her Instagram last month.
Oh.
So according to...
Yeah, I think we talked about this, didn't we?
This 24-year-old girl and her friend, 24-year-old another girl, both arrested and charged last month as the monster riders involved in a much publicized March 7th assault on an Uber driver. A third passenger was present, but she's not identified nor charged. The driver says he was assaulted by the pair after he requested that they put a mask on to reduce the risk of COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
It turned into the women becoming belligerent with videos showing her performatively coughing all over the driver and ripping off his face mask. You don't do that. Anyway, they got a little hearing coming up on May 3rd. She was arrested about a week after the video went viral on social media, having negotiated a surrender with authorities. Now, the video's deleted, and she's going, oh, it wasn't me. I didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah, you did. It was on video. Just a bizarre story. It's today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A Florida nurse performed a butt injection, it says. I'm not sure what that is. On a patient while waiting for her virtual court hearing to start. So
is that one of those...
It's a Zoom court date is what they were doing.
Sure, but the butt injection, is that where they make your butts... Remember you showed me a picture, you're like, who would do this?
I think it says...
It's probably that.
I don't know. Tweeted a picture of a man getting an injection from a female nurse during a Zoom court hearing. It says, we've reached peak 305. Someone appears to be getting a butt injection while appearing in a virtual hearing. So anyway, it says, it's my understanding the defendant was actually the nurse, or whoever was giving the injection was actually making it a gazillion times more bizarre. So during the hearing, somebody was like, yeah, you go ahead and do your court hearing, and I'm going to just lay here. And would you be awake during that? I don't know.
Well, if it was just, maybe it was just a shot.
I don't know what it is. There's not a lot of information other than there's a link if you want to go to that. I am not going to anything that says butt injection. I'm done. That is today's moment of duh. And I think it's mainly the moment of duh for me even reading it. Brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, Green Lakes, Seattle, Washington. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm
Lakes.
going to say that that's a golf course.
And the answer is golf course.
There you go.
Golf clap for Heidi. Good job.
Thank you.
You were on a roll again, I think.
And I think
Were you wrong yesterday?
I said no yesterday. I was correct.
Were
as
you
well.
right?
I think I was. I said golf course because lakes plural usually like a rehab center would be on a lake, not on multiple. But golf courses
There you
usually
go.
have like lots.
Wow.
Of scenery.
So you're letting me know
That was
why
deductive
you guessed
reasoning.
These. That's
Yeah.
good. That's very good. I thought you just guessed. Like that's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And our story for today has to do with a puppy dog. And I love this story. Dog rescues another dog from a swimming pool. The Pomeranian dog was treading water for 34 minutes.
Oh.
Says Byron and Melissa have a toy Pomeranian, Chucky, and Chucky nearly drowned in their pool. Luckily, the couple has another dog, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, Jessie, and Jessie saved the day. They say they admitted they were initially confused when they got home, and the dogs were soaking wet. The family decided to check the security camera to figure out what in the world were they doing. And that's when they discovered Chucky had fallen into the pool and was treading water for 34 minutes until Jessie pulled Chucky out of the pool. Says we still struggle to watch the video, just thinking what could have happened if Jessie was not there. It says we are very, very proud of Jessie. By the way, Jessie is a rescue dog adopted from SPCA about 4 years ago. And they say Jessie's the best dog we've ever had. I think that's really cool. The couple is now planning to install a cover over their pool before another incident like this happens. So think about how bad that could have been. That would have been so sad.
What took Jessie so long?
Well, I don't know. Heidi, Jessie's a dog. Maybe Jessie thought the Chucky was playing for a while. Like, well, it's like a fun game, but you're not very good at this one.
I was saying, how good can he be?
Can I help you out over here?
Let the dog suffer for 20
34
minutes.
Well, you know. I've got a link to the video if you want to watch it. I'm not going to watch it because I don't think I could. I think that would be really sad to watch. But again, the good news is Jessie saved the day. So good job, Jessie. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good girl. I guess it was good. Good dog. Good dog. There we go. I'm not going to guess your gender. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.